By now you should have somehow realized what you gotta do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. Backbeat, the word is on the street that the fire in your heart is out. I'm sure you've heard it all before, but you never really had a doubt. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. And all the roads we have to walk are winding, and all the lights that lead us there are blinding. There are many things that I would like to say to you, but I don't know how. Because maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. And after all, you're my wonderwall.
We'd sold 15 million albums, or What's the Story More Than Glory, and we had the biggest group in the world on our books.
Liam told me he wanted to be a pop star. When he went to see his careers officer, can you imagine that? And he said, no, thou shalt work at Ford or McVitie's. And he was going, no, he asked me what I wanted to do. He said, I want to be in a band, I want to be a pop star. And he kicked him out.
And then I went back about 3 months later and said, yeah, can I sign off? And he went, why is that then? I went, because I'm a rock and roll star and I've got a 6-album deal to
You've got to understand with the Gallicers, it's like, their appetite for that kind of for success and for publicity and for everything to do with the whole rock and roll thing was so severe. I don't think I've ever met anybody that's so into it as the pair of them. Essentially, we'd taken the 1983-1984, creation aesthetic and succeeded in 1996 by having the biggest band in the world. And then it started to go wrong. The thing that defined it for me was about 98, when I had, by this point, get quite interested in sort of, doing a lot of digital work with the label, and I wanted the label to, I wanted Creation to sort of become like an online label as well. I wanted the label to become a franchise club. Creation, I wanted Creation to become a film company, I wanted Creation to become a TV company, I wanted Creation to become, an online magazine. And Sony sat me down and got the terrorist contract out and said, sorry Sonny, but it doesn't say that in the script. You're an A&R man till 2001.
Despite the massive success of Creation, McGee grew disillusioned with the label, the direction it was going, and the ever-increasing influence of his corporate partners. Rather than go with the flow, he decided to start again with his new company, Pop Tones.
We started this multimedia record company thing that we've got, which, ironically enough, has an online magazine. We're going to make TV programmes. We've got digital radio programmes up on the site, and plus I'm also on the radio every night with XFM. So the multimedia concept, the sort of whole synergy kind of concept that I envisaged in '98, I'm actually doing. It would have been a lot easier to do it with Creation, because I would have had Oasis and Primal Scream and the Super Furry Animals and the Teenage Fan Club. We're doing it with bands that, at the moment nobody's ever heard of, do you know what I mean? Like the Cosmic Rough Riders, they've sold 9,000 records up to now, January, they're about to put their album out, we're going to ship 5,000 albums. They're just little bands, but, the they're great bands, and it's like, you know, if you work with great bands, they eventually break.
Proclaiming love will reign. I touched her hand and I felt the same. A liberation, what's that game? She fell in love with the color.
The British media have managed to write us off after 8 days reading the reviews, like in September, which I kind of like, because it's like, it takes the pressure off of me. Once you're written off, you're written off, and it's like, good, we'll come back to you in 3 years' time and we'll show you our back catalogue, it'll be good, you know.
Baby, you're so free. You don't understand what it is that you mean to me. Liberation, freedom for the girls, and trendy flares and bendy perms. Those neon lights in discotheques. Well, it doesn't always work. No way. Baby, you're so free. You don't understand what it is that you mean to me. Baby,